All right, well, Christian sent a note earlier saying that she was somewhere and her flight was delayed, so hopefully she's somewhere away from Houston area. So, so we'll go ahead and get started without her. No public comment, I'm assuming. All right, we'll just go on to action items, which is the purchasing agenda.
Purchasing agenda, which hope you had an opportunity to look at. Again, a mix of items out of our general fund and then some bond dollars. A little bit of expenditures on the Warm, Safe, and Dry for the building here at Franklin campus. So happy to address any specific questions you might have on any items in the purchasing agenda.
Anybody have any questions relating to the purchasing agenda?
I was just curious about the reason to relocate the data center break room and conference room. Is that part of the, that was part of the purchase agenda?
Yes.
Yeah.
Break room and conference. The break room currently is in a huge room that is about 3 times too big for the break room. And they're going to move back. It will also include shifting the help desk
Okay,
to a more appropriate space rather than a wide spot in the hallway.
right.
And the current break room then can be, this will be the start, but it can be divided into 2 significantly large and usable conference rooms.
Perfect. Good, great.
Any other questions about the purchasing agenda? Can I get a motion to support the purchasing?
So moved.
Support?
I keep forgetting, all in favor?
All in favor,
Aye.
Yep.
Aye.
All right, that pass. The 6B playground donation.
Yeah, you may recall, I think it was a month of June or July, we had kind of a GoFundMe type of fundraising campaign for the 6B playground. If we raised certain level of dollars, it was matched, and we could put a whole new playground and some other improvements. And that those goals were met. And so the price of the gift, the value of the gift is $133,560 to put a new playground at 6B. You'll see it's scheduled right now for September 11th and 12th. Is that still the same date, Ken? So we just need Finance Committee and the board to approve acceptance of this donation.
Question? Motion for the 6B playground donation.
So moved?
Support.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aberdeen.
In Aberdeen, same thing. This just came across within the last week or so. Including your materials is a little bit of detail on what this donation entails. Combination from Berkeley Hills Church and Herman Miller. The value of this donation is $15,625 to improve the teachers' lounge primarily at Aberdeen, and some new furniture and some other supplies for that particular building.
Hopefully the teachers will appreciate it, showing the teachers some love.
Sure.
Motion for the Aberdeen donation.
So moved.
Support?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. And the Catholic Diocese Transportation Agreement, this is ongoing, but once you
Yeah.
explain, so we can make sure everybody knows.
Yeah, going back about 8 years, so again, before my time with the district, there was some discussion and really some, I guess it's not clear from a legal perspective, but we believe that, the diocese believe that we have, as a school district, since we provide transportation for our students, that we have, we're supposed to provide transportation for non-public school students who reside within our district, in this case, the Catholic schools. So a number of years ago, we negotiated this transportation agreement that in lieu of providing transportation to the Catholic diocese students, we would provide them a $225,000 stipend, if you will. in lieu of that, and they would provide the transportation themselves. So this contract, this is, as I said, I think this is the 8th or 9th year. It's an annual contract that we essentially renew every year, but yet it's of the dollar value that we need to bring it to you as a finance committee of the board for your annual approval. And in this case, as I said, it's unchanged. The dollar amount has not changed in all the 8 or 9 years, but it's something we need approval from you folks in order to go through with it.
You guys have any questions about it? You guys must have done this last year, too.
I believe we did.
Did we? All right, I don't
Yeah.
recall that, but. Step.
All right, motion to support this.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. There we go. I hope that that's the appropriate legal language. A motion to support this. The transportation agreement
There
has
you go.
passed to be moved on to the full board. All right. Reports, warm, safe, dry.
Warm, safe, and dry. Ridgemore there's only a few punch list items to complete. If you were at the ribbon cutting last week, it's turned out really nice. If you weren't there, please stop by and take a look. The building inside is I was really pleased with the way it looked. So, Innovation Central, the gym roof, we've got a few things to take care of, but they won't impact the students. And as we finish that, and then up on the 3rd floor, Cabinet has moved into their offices. They still aren't quite done, but they're in. So that's where we stand on warm, safe, and dry. And as we wrap these up, we're going to go back through, revalidate all the tax money that we took in, and as we wrap these, we'll take that to all our expenditures and see what we've got left, and then have a discussion with the superintendent before we make recommendations for going any further, because we are getting down towards the end.
Sure.
Oh, okay, great. So,
And part of that is we wanted to keep something of a safety net in case we have an emergency, at least until we make some decisions. If a boiler dies somewhere, we can deal with something like that, or a roof blows off, some drastic emergency, we have a way to handle. For bond update, Buchanan is underway. They've made significant special provisions for staff parking out there. Principal Ortiz has worked with neighboring churches and businesses and even a couple of homeowners to park in their yards, to make sure we can accommodate the construction. Students lost about half their playground, and they'll have to live with that. Our goal is to have the 2-story academic classroom portion done and be able to move in at spring break. That will allow the contractor to get in a portion of the existing building and start working on that. We do now have our building permit from Museum High School, so that will get back on track and get going full bore. Again, that will be done before start of school, so we're looking at well before August 1st next summer to be done with that. The other projects are still in design. On the purchase agenda was unit ventilators for university building. That's a pre-order for the heating and cooling units that go in the classrooms. Questions?
questions? It's all going good. Jen and I were at Ridgemore last week, and it was beautiful enough to make you resent sending your children to school earlier than the school opening. It was really beautiful, wonderful Montessori space. So everything that those Montessori teachers kept asking me and telling me that we needed in a Montessori classroom, it's now there. Just later than expected. So
Yeah, kudos to your team, Ken, and then to certainly Triangle Associates and Brian Dykman, I believe, was the architect, right? Yes, they came together. That partnership looked like it really worked out well, so bravo.
So, okay. Anything else? Any other? All right, great, well, we'll wrap it up, so.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.